I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria. Now this first card, I'm leaving a messy scratch paper there because I'm going to make it even more messy. I'm going to put some gold gilding on this one, so I'm just going to leave it, set it aside like I have done in the past. Now, hopefully this will turn out. I say that because I can't remember how I did my pink one. I've done quite a few cards and can't quite remember how I got there. I've written down the colours and I think this is what I did. Anyway, it's not going to matter too much. This is, I should tell you the set, you probably know, Artistically Inked. And I've had this for quite a while. I have used this stamp here that I'm using now. I've used it heaps because I just love it. You can, well, I'll show you what you can create with it. And I did go on Pinterest to have a bit of a look and see. I didn't want to go up too far on one edge and get some inspiration there. And I was blown away because, as you will see, there are just so many cards you can make with this set. So many different things. So this one, you could do this for a mail card. To be honest, probably the reason why I haven't played with it a lot was because I wasn't keen on this raggy looking flower. I love this one, wasn't keen on that. So I've made myself use that, and I've used it in a way that I like. So that was Tahitian Tide. This is, and I want to leave a bit of that showing. This is Starry Sky. Look how beautiful they look together. Just gorgeous. It's not really going to matter. I probably should have gone up a bit higher with that, but if I go over it again, it's going to be too dark. So I'll go up a bit higher with this one. And it really doesn't matter. Like we always say, your cards are all individual, aren't they? So it doesn't really matter much. I may not even do the insides because look, I think we've got about 5 or 6 cards to do this afternoon. So I know everybody's probably busy with Christmas coming up. I probably should have done the inside and the envelope as I went, but I'll come back and finish them at some stage. I just want to get the glue on here. So all I did, remember the paper that we had that matched this? Well, this is my attempt to, this is what I did with this pink one. I haven't taken it out of the bag. That's what I did, and if you've got some of that paper still, you'll see that that's pretty accurate. So this is how I got that effect. Now where's my little mat? Here it is. Here, a bit more here. I'm just following the lines of the stamp here. If you can't tell that, I should have explained that. That's why I'm getting where I'm getting the wiggles from, wiggly lines. See, that's drying already. Maybe we'll have a bit down here too. Oh, come on. Now you've stopped on me. And maybe a bit here. So I was pretty lean with it, wasn't I? I'll put some down in the light blue here. Might be good to give it a bit of contrast. That'll do. You get the idea. Oh, it's stuck to my fingers. For this one, the colours I used were, oh, and I should have done the words. Oh well. Maybe I can do the word. No, I don't want to risk getting my block in the ink. I did use Cherry Cobbler. You can just see it. See, I've gone up a bit higher with that, and it kind of leaves a bit of a wash. So that's the effect that we're trying to achieve. And I'll show you the blue one. once the ink's dry, once the glue is dry. So as I said, I did have a bit of a look on Pinterest, and I looked around, and I have, well, not directly cased, but I have been inspired by some of the ideas on Pinterest. So if you see your card and I haven't given you a shout out, I'm sorry about that. So you get the dies with this. You get this big long die here. You get, and you would have seen me, if you followed me for a while, you would have seen me using this quite a lot. I haven't pulled out my past cards to show you. I just thought it's enough to show you what I've created this week. So, and I have used that for one. I don't think I'm using it for any. One I've got to show you, but I don't think I'm using it for one of my cards per se today. So this one is going to be with Parakeet Party and Shaded Spruce. So I'm going to stamp on my Thinking of You. We're going to stamp that on our little circle, and that's from the Poppy dies. I think most of my girls have got that. Just going to try and get that straight, would be good. Turn it around. So now I wanted to pop some ink on my, don't lose my flowers there. They came from the, you get a row of them in the hydrangea set. So that's where I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. And I cut them out of the white velvet sheets. So they can go back away because I don't need them again. Now, this is really simple but really effective. Which side's the cleanest? Neither. I was inspired by a card that Deb, I think it was Deb Velder, did on Pinterest. She'd used a stamp for a leafy kind of thing like this. See, I should look at your writing, shouldn't I? Yeah, thanks. Hi Glenda, hi Diana, hi Lisa. All right, this isn't going as bright as my other one. Maybe my pad needs inking. Just keep putting the ink on until you're happy. Yeah, maybe my Parakeet Party is getting a bit. So I have used, well, if you use it, it runs out, doesn't it, the ink? So I don't like to have it make them too juicy though. It's a bit of a fine line between having them juicy and not too juicy. That's okay, but it's still not as, maybe it's because I've got the other green on there. That one probably looks darker. Let's put the Shaded Spruce on and see what we can see. It's this one, I think. So I just then went in with the Shaded Spruce. Is that better, guys? So I can see now. I should have known that myself, but of course I didn't. Concentrating too hard on what I was doing. So, and I just, on the lower parts of the leaves, I just used my spruce. Which is just another way to use that leaf. And you can do as much or as little as you like. Do some say. I haven't lost any of the flowers, so well, it's only a matter of cutting some more. So this is a thick white base, and I'm putting on just a normal white mat. And I'm not going to layer this up because I need to get that leaf on there. Actually didn't put any adhesive on these bits, but after I got it on, I realised I perhaps should have. My liquid glue isn't behaving very well for me lately. I was trying to put it on white, and it's probably my eyes. I couldn't see properly. Couldn't see where I had the glue, and I had such an unholy mess. I'm sure you can all relate. Now, going to put that, and I could have, oh, is that there? Might have to do some splotches on that card because it looks like I've got green bits on it. I'll show you in a minute. Didn't realise that before. So you want your words to be straight. Circles are good because it doesn't really matter if you stamp it crooked. You can turn the circle usually to fix it. I could have used adhesive sheets, but I didn't want, when I don't want the whole thing, when it's leaves, I don't really want them all stuck down. It's pretty easy to just put it on there's thicker bits on here, so it's pretty easy. Now, I want this to kind of go round without getting glue everywhere. Just looking at my other one and trying to get this where I want it. Okay, now it's a fiddly bit because I'm going to put these. It doesn't need to be fiddly. Let's put our flowers on here first. If you had good eyes, you'd be able to see which is the right way up just by got that stuck, but it's not stuck in the middle. Oh, they're perhaps a bit big for these flowers, these dots. You can see where I'm heading with this. Love how we can. Deb used to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She's not anymore, but she's still, not sure who she's affiliated with. She's still a crafter. She's very clever. I used to follow her all the time. And I still see some of her things pop up. Very clever lady. There goes. I can clear that off now. Pop our flowers on, but making sure I've got the glue dot folded over so there's no sticky showing. I'm just following where I had them on there. Oops, stuck to my finger. Come on. Get off me. I think I probably used wet glue for the other ones. For the other card I did. Those two close together there. Thought this would be quicker. sure about that. Okay, in the junction there. So it hasn't really got any branches as such for the flowers. I'm just pretending it has. It's not the same as what Deb did. But it doesn't have to be. That one there. Lean over, put that one there. What do I want that? About there. And I've got one more left. Ah, you little devil. Glue went AWOL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 7, don't we? I'll put one up higher on there. Then we've got to embellish, don't we? Let's see what I put inside there. I think I just did the ink. That's all I did on the inside, the ink thingy. But you could use that as a mask, and you could do a little bit of fancy sponging on the inside if you wanted to. As I said, I'm not going to do the insides today because I've just got too many to get through. I want to keep you forever. Probably, has everyone been Christmas crafting? Getting all your cards done? I've got 2 cards already. Aren't I? Lucky. That's the last of those. That's good. I've been hanging around for a while, that packet. Looks like I've got a few left on here too. Let's use that one. Let's check my glue in a minute. I'll show you properly what I was doing because you couldn't see. Let's bring my little toolkit over here so that I can reach it. That's what I should do when I'm crafting, and I don't. So how simple and quick is that, and how beautiful for a sympathy card. Oh, I had one flower left in there. Never mind, it can be for another project. So yeah, I just did the envelope and that the same. Now that one I looked like I had spare flowers everywhere, and it looks like I've got a bit of something there. It might just stay there to add character to the card yet. It's probably come off my leaf. All the flowers, but and this is using the, I think it's called Pretty Prints. So I just use whatever, and Fresh Freesia and Blackberry Bliss. Just use whatever DSP you've got. I'm sure we've all got loads of it. So I'm going to show you just another way of getting more ink into the centre of that flower that I said I didn't like. I actually did that for both sorts of flowers. I wasn't going to do that. I'd seen someone, it was various people, lots of people have done it online, and I thought, oh, I don't want to do that. But then I thought, oh, I'll have a go and see if it makes any difference, and it does. So I thought I would show you. Now here's my stamp. It's trouble with its stamping. So we'll see how we go. Just put my stamp set underneath there. This is Fresh Freesia. Here's my handy dandy tool. hopefully I can get a good impression. I should have done the, that's what I'll do. I'll do the other one as well. Same time, save time, won't it? That one there. That's stamped pretty well. I'll give it another go though, seeing as it's a really pale colour, and hopefully I haven't moved that. It's this little one that's not stamping there. That's better. So then, to get, where are we? Let's grab a brush to get a little bit more definition of colour into the centre. Can you see what I'm doing there? Yes, you can. I can see, so you should be able to see. Just wondering, you can get as little or as much as you like. Whilst I wasn't in the centre there. You can't see what I'm doing there, can you? I'll just show you on camera. So that's what I'm doing, adding some Blackberry Bliss to the centres. And if you haven't got enough, we just add some more. Keep going till you're happy. I'll use this. See what a difference that makes? So, as per usual, I've already stamped all these and die cut them because just to save time. What I mean, if you go on, this is ideal. I'll show you the navy one that I've done with the other pack of this type of paper. This one's, I think this is called Pretty Prints. I'm not sure what the other one's called, but you'll know what I mean if you go on the website. And that was the inside. So there's my beautiful flowers. Oh, I should have 3 then. I've only got, oh no, I've got 3, that's right. So first, no. We're going to stick that down. We're going to put that one there. I've got 2 there, have I? Yes. And we're going to put that one there and that one there. And we're going to cut this because we don't need all of that. And we're going to use our other leaves. Hang on. So therefore, I just want, no, I don't want to dimension them all because they'll all be sitting on top of one another. I just cut 2 of those leaves off before, but I reckon I don't need, I reckon I can cut it there. Let's see what happens if I do. I cut that there. And adhere that down. It won't be as high, but it doesn't need to be that tall. Sometimes you miss these. Sometimes I think I've got them all, and when I flip it over, there's another one there. I see another one. Doesn't matter though, because when you're putting the glue on, when you've got the glue on, you can, as I've found, you can just push them out. Some people leave them in. They think that they look nice. I endeavour to get all mine out. Sometimes I might not. Here we go with white on white again. Me struggling to see. So normally I would pop that flower up and then just poke these under, but I'm doing doing it a bit different because I don't want that bottom flower poked up, popped up, poked up, whatever. So just gonna put him, doesn't matter which way I put him, I don't think. Put him there. Just gonna go for it. And I'll put the one that sits on top, I'll put it up. Just knock everything down. I haven't shaped my flowers either. You can do that if you want to. That looks pretty. Now, I could probably do something a bit different here with these leaves. Let's cut that there, because I've got plenty of leaves now. Probably cut that there and put that there. And then maybe, yes, maybe you can go under there. That would be nice. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'll just snip that in case you can see it. I don't think you can, but I'll just snip it so it looks nice in case you can see it. Come on, glue. Behave yourself. Might get the glue on this one. Oops, as well. It takes a little bit to dry, so if I pick up the first one, I'll put glue on. And of course, it's not going to slide like it did before. It's going to make a mess. There we go. Just go up there a bit. So I don't want you coming off the end of my card, not really. And you can go there. Oh dear, we can't, oh where is it? We can't get this ribbon anymore, so I'm sorry about that. But we do have Blackberry Bliss blends, and we do have Fresh Freesia ribbon, so you can make your own Blackberry Bliss ribbon. I tried the Fresh Freesia and it's not a strong enough colour, so it didn't work. Anyone asking me any questions? Hi Rhonda. Yeah, it was off to the side, but I think I fixed that, did I, Margaret? I think you can see what I'm doing now. I'll just push that up a little bit. Just trying to get that ribbon to behave too. Okay, now I think we'll have, so that's what I put on my blue one. Let's have a look at my blue one while I'm doing this one. So that's a totally different look with the gold, and I was originally going to put the gold on this one, but it just disappeared on the blue, so I'd already cut the gold. Why is that sticking up? Need a bit of something underneath there. And I've just used the iridescent ones on there, and they they don't blend in, they give it a little bit of something extra, I think. So I thought we'd do the same for this one. I'll just put that one there. So you see, for an ugly flower, it hasn't turned out half bad, has it? You might not think the flower's ugly. You've just got to start using things to to realise their potential sometimes, don't you? And I think I just did I know I did a flower on there. I can come back and do that later. I just need to put a bit of glue underneath there though. Somewhere. Oops, too much. Either got not enough or too much with this stuff. So I think that's because, you know, I'm a pink purple girl. I think the pink one is my favourite. But you might like blue, so that might be your favourite. And I've got some spare flowers for later on. And you probably don't even really need to see this because you've probably seen it all before, haven't you? It's moving a bit. So we just simply put that on top. I think this is going to be really pretty. Grab my brush and brush it off. The thing about doing it this way is you can always add more if you don't think you've got enough gold bits. You can come back and add some more. Now I've got gold fingers. Someone say that's a song. Those two, put those away. Gold on there. See, I should have done the words first so that I didn't get gold in my stamp or on my stamp cleaner or anywhere. I don't want it. It's going to stand out. So then I'm just making sure I've got my cards straight. And this is from the Biggest Wish set. Hopefully the Tahitian Tide is going to stand out enough against there. As I said, I haven't made this in this particular colour before, so I'm going to try, just as well I did on a stamp. That's very pale. You know what? It's going to need re-inking. I don't know if you can see that. I will try it straight away. Usually better to leave it sit for a while, but we'll see. So I want to get this card finished for you. And just massage it in with your block. Didn't realise that was so thirsty. See if that's made much difference. It's your best to leave them settle for a bit. Let's see. I don't want it too light or it's not going to show up. That's a bit better. Oh, we'll just go with it. Actually, probably should have done that the other way around. Now I'm looking at my other one. Oh well. Brush your fingers. Yeah, it's still a bit pale, but At least we know why, don't we? So let's clean these as we go. If I don't clean them, I go to pick them up and I end up with a big mess everywhere. That's got blue on it still. That's okay. So that's the set that I used. Now, where's the other bits of this? Oh, up here. So, really simple. I love that. I love it. How vain am I? Saying I love my card, but I do. Love those colours together. They're just gorgeous. The Starry Sky and the Tahitian Tide are just beautiful together. I've got a tail of gold hanging off there. Let's get rid of that. And what can we put? Put some of these in colour ones. Maybe. Maybe I do like sparkly. But I actually do want to use up these ones because I shouldn't say, but I'm not real fussed on these ones. The little ones are too little, in my opinion. And that's the wrong colour. Actually, there's some other ones. Where did I? That blue colour. That would be nice. That dark blue. What are they called? Are they glossy dots? No, that's not them. Here we are. They are called Solid Faceted Gems. That's more of a balmy blue, so you wouldn't use that one, but this just matches perfectly. Gorgeous. So I might put one up there. And there. I'm really just copying off my other card. And one there. Perfect. What a stunningly simple card. I'm actually going to finish this one off. Sorry about that if you're in a hurry. I think I've just got, how many more have I got? Just the one. Just one. It's one I cased from J. Serrano from the Tissue Crafts. I've left it till last because it's very messy. Yeah, I haven't got any other ones. Good. At the end of the road. So I want the blue. So I'll do this so that you can see what you missed before. This is what I did. I went there and there. I'm going to do that on the envelope as well before I change to the other blue. So we'll just go like that. Remember what colours I was going to do for the next one until I see my card. And then I went with the Starry Sky. Takes a while for the colours to settle, and the Starry Sky, I don't know if you can see that on camera, it takes on a different look after it's settled for a bit. See that? It's a bit lighter. I just don't want to go over that too much. There we go. On the inside and put a flower on the other one. I just love it. So that one's, and you'll see the pink one there. So girl, boy, okay, was for me an all size card base, a totally different way of looking at this stamp set. I was blown away, and I have used some different colours to what he has used. You can check out his video on Matoso Crafts. So you start with a, well, I'm starting with a normal size for me, an all size card base, and you have a piece of Whisper White that's about a, no, so my normal mat would be 10, so this is 8, I think, or 8 or 8.5, let's see, centimetres. So it's 8.5 centimetres, which measures 3 3/8 of an inch. Oh yes, I must remember to do that. When Jay did it, I didn't do it on my sample card, which I'll show you when I'm finished. Oh, I don't, yes, I do want this. Got gold on there. Get off. He sponged around here. When I did my card for you, I didn't. And I've still got that on there. It's that gold stuff. Get off. Right, ink it up again. And sponge around. I'd have to check his video again. I think he just sponged there. I didn't think it made a lot of difference, but you do you. If you think it makes a difference, that's fine. I don't want to go up too high, but high enough. But I'll just do that again. I think, did I? Yeah, I think I did 2 of them. This is called split stamping, because we're going to cut this in half. Well, not in half, we're going to cut it in 2 different sections. We didn't need to do that because I'm going to go over that with Starry Sky. I think Jay used, I think, Pacific Point and what's the other blue? Might have been Pill Party, I think, can't remember. And I thought I'd add a bit more of a sea theme, a nautical theme, and used and added some decorations to it as well, which you wouldn't need to do. I just thought I'd do something a bit different. So then I don't want to cover all of my light blue. Just do some sponging. Oops. Don't want to get ink everywhere. Ink that up like that. Then you take this and you sponge, actually, after you make sure you've got no ink on your fingers. You could actually use a block like I've shown you before to hold that with. Would be a good idea. And even though you're going over there, you can still see the light a bit coming through. You did quite a lot of sponging on there. And you could go up into the light blue if you wanted to. I think I'll go up in there a little bit. Anyway, you can do whatever you like. It's your card. Let's leave that there in case I need it again. I don't think I do. What colour greens did I use? Took me a while to work out what colours would look nice together. say. I've written down, so soft sea foam and parakeet parties. Next, I tried the other two greens, the other lighter greens, didn't like the effect, so with this, turn that around now and do the green side. You can use a dauber for this if you want to. Didn't even register. Yeah, I think the effect of doing the sponging is minimal, but that might be just me. So I'm thinking it's a waste of time, but I'm just doing it so you can make up your own mind whether you think it's necessary or not. When I show you my other finished card, my blue fingers, and knock everything down as you go. Parakeet party. Another. This one I needed to re-ink too, didn't I? I'll do that before I pack up tonight. And I might go up a little bit higher. I'm actually not liking those colours. I'm sure this is what I used, and I'm sure it'll be fine once we do the sponging. You've got to finish your card before you say you don't like it. That's what we always say, don't throw it away, just finish it. This sponging does make a difference, and you can come up to where your lighter colour is. See how that's really emphasising the watermark effect of this stamp set. It's just beautiful, really, really, really is. We hope we can keep our stamps forever. Well, we can. If we bought them, we can. And I won't be getting rid of this if it retires. I don't know that who knows if it's going to retire or not. Look at my hands, or don't look at them. I'll wet my baby wipes because they dry out. I'm going to make sure I haven't got any ink. I've got to cut this in, well, not in half. You cut it so that it's, you cut about 2 inches, or how many centimetres is that? 5 centimetres off one side of it. So probably off the blue side. So if I cut it at 5 centimetres, I like to probably have to go a bit more because I don't want to cut it where the blue inky bits are. Or maybe we'll cut it, no, because the green's higher. So what's that? That's it's 6.5. What if we come back down to 6? That might be nice. Just looking at my other one so that it's, yeah, that will do. Things meet in the middle and the white bits are up the top. Pretty sure that's right. Where's my other ones? Just checking. Yeah, your white bits are down the bottom and top. So just centre that as best you can. Pop those there. And then you can just leave it like that. That's all Jay did. I'll show you. I just had it a minute ago. This is almost exactly how he had his. I've used different colours, but that's how he had his, just with a thanks on it. And he had it on the smoky slate background. What did I use there? Flirty Flamingo and Polished Pink, and I used Tahitian Tide and Soft Sky for the bottom one, same as I did there. But I thought I'd change it up a little bit. I started to on here. I used, so for this one I used Fresh Freesia and Highland Heather. And I tried out a couple of greens. I used Parakeet Party and Shaded Spruce, which I love. I love both of those. And just made it a little bit different. Put some gold twiny stuff underneath my birthday wish. Actually tried stamping with stays on that and it didn't work. So I had to it was a case of having to cover it up. But I'm quite happy how that turned out. So I just thought I'd do a little bit extra for this one, and I have got some shells here, and what else have I got? Oh, I've got some ribbons, got all sorts of things here. Where are you? Ribbon, some of that green ribbon. I'll pop these on and then I'll show you how I got the two colours on there, as you might like to know that. My other card, I popped them up, which was a mistake because then my sentiment went all whoopsie doodle. Had that on top, so I might need to move that over a bit yet. Oh, come on. Come out. And I had that on top, the starfish. Like that. Get off. And then let's get some seal onto here. They're not going to work for me again. You should, because I did what I was supposed to do. Okay, now I've got sticky fingers. I hate having sticky fingers. I think we can all relate to that. Get off. Not sure what I did here either. I think I didn't show you that, did I? I'm not sure if this is what I did, but this is what we'll do now. Went around like that, and then I just squished it in the middle, stuck it on my sentiment, which I've already, I want those bits out, I didn't want them stuck down. Come on, what does that look like? Oh, that doesn't look too bad. But I wanted these ends to be frayed a little bit. Come on, behave. so it looks a bit beachy, nautical. It's like a bit like a fishing net. Oh, come on. Got dimensionals going everywhere here. Sometimes I like to put a bit of multi-purpose glue on top of my dimensionals to make sure it's all going to stay there. Should, but you never know. Sometimes ribbon can interfere with the stickiness. And my eyes are so bad I can't even see whether I've got glue on there. Get off my finger. Get off. Okay. Didn't really want to cover them all up, but probably should have had them a bit higher. Can I do that? Can I do that without making one unholy mess? Maybe I can. Let's see. Maybe put the starfish up a bit higher too. It might be stuck to there though, is it? It's pretty sticky. Okay, pop that down where your glue is. Okay, I'm just going to show you how, not gonna show you how I did shells. Get that messy bit away so you can see what I'm doing. What shells did I do? That conical sort of one. Do it how I've done it on my card. I think they're both different. I inked up in, oh great, now where'd you go? Didn't want to stick to my block, did you? And then I took my Tahitian Tide marker and I just went in those lines there, just to add a bit of interest and add a bit of blue. There's lots of ways you can add colour. Give it a huff. And there you go, there you've got your multicoloured shell. Now I've got to finish that off with some gems. Looks like I put black ones on there. I wonder what those blue ones would look like. Quite fond of them. Let's see what they look like. Yeah, I like those. And down in the light blue. Beautiful. And there's just one more thing that, which I didn't do, that I have done on mine, was to just add some splashes of wink. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. squeeze it out on your... Belinda should be watching this. Belinda was having lots of trouble with her Wink of Stella at our last free day. Having another free day on Sunday, not this Sunday, the following one. If you'd like to come, if you live in Kerrang and you'd like to see what this card making is all about, you'd be made most welcome. I'll be having a cuppa about 3 o'clock, and I've got kits made up. You just, I'm saying you're not going to get any big blobs. I've got a big blob there, but for this type of card, I don't think that's going to matter. I just want some sparkly bits where there's no ink as well. And hopefully that big blobby will dry. Just adds a little bit of a, well, a sparkle to it, doesn't it? Okay, I think that was all I had for you, except I need to show you my other plays. So we've got, I'll just put out all the cards that I've done so far. I've got to do the inside, but I just use those, the background stamp to do that. Oh, did you think? Where are we? Do you think? This is the one I did today where I sponged before I stamped. This one I didn't sponge before I stamped. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference. I don't think, in my opinion. I think you could skip that step. So that's, let's put these out the road. So I don't get ink all over my beautiful cards. There's that one. And this one. So that's inside. And my gorgeous Thinking of You card. But there's more. I couldn't do, like, I wasn't going to show you how to do this because it's pretty simple. I've just used the round flower stamp, and then I've used the raggy one, and I've used the background as well just to fill in, and I've used the little dots just to add a bit of interest on there. These will all be on my blog, and if I'm not too lazy, I'll have a brief description of them too. I should have had that done already. And that was just with the Highland Heather and the Fresh Freesia. And I used the In Colour. No, I didn't. I was naughty. I used the, no, I'm not, because it's on the clearance rack. The Glimmer that was all different colours that we had that's retired, but it's on the clearance rack at the moment. So there's that one. This one was just, I just randomly stamped the flowers. A lot of these stamps are out of, what's it called? Stylish Frames. I'll have to have a look. No, it's not Stylish Frames. Something Frames. Framed Occasions, is it? Framed Occasions. Yeah, it's got lots of foliage stamps. That's where all of those come from, and the little flower as well. It's also got the ones that match the Stylish Shapes dies. I think that's what they're called. What have we got next? Next we've got just with these flowers, and that's the black and white paper that we have. The that's just out of Parakeet Party, and just a sentiment on there. And, oh gosh, there's more. And I was getting a bit pinky and purpley, so I thought I'd try the reds. And that is Sweet Sorbet and Cherry Cobbler, Parakeet Party and Evening Evergreen. Oh, Evening Evergreen's just on the just on the tips of the leaves, and that's put over the, that's out of the white velvet sheets, that's that dye. So then your flowers just on top, and I think I love my colour choices on there too. It's rather gorgeous, I think. I hope you do too. And finally, I've used the, is it Blooming with Happiness? Is that what it's called? The nice paper. I've seen lots of cards done like that. This is using the floral embossing folder that I can't remember the name of, and just a gold one put on top of some pieces of this. That's just cut with the rectangle dies, the smaller one. I started off with the bigger one and it looked a bit silly, so I changed it to the other one. I've just got my little happy birthday white embossed on black on there. So I hope that gives you some different ideas in ways in which to use this beautiful stamp set, because I do just love it, but I just need to sit down and play with one stamp set at a time, I think. Okay, any questions? Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, Maria. Thanks, Glenda. Thanks, Diana. You love it too. Yeah, I do too. Okay, well, thanks everyone for joining me, for allowing me to share what I love with you all. It's been just wonderful, and if you are into stamping, you might want to check out the clearance rack and the last chance list. There are some superb bargains there, like dies for $24. I mean, seriously. Yeah, so anyway, I've pretty much got all what I want, because at this time of the year, there's no point buying Christmas things, because it's not much time to create. So, but you guys could have a field day if you haven't already shopped. Okay, bye-bye for now. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.